So apparently in the US today, it's something called Super Tuesday, which I kind of think feels as if it's stealing our thunder, because here at vidIQ, every week is Super Tuesday because we audit your channels. Let's do this.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
That is probably the best intro I've ever done for this live stream, and I thank myself for it. Pressure is on Dan this week because I used his face for our thumbnail, so hopefully we will have as many viewers as we usually do. If not, Dan once again will be relegated to doing some awful job here at vidIQ. Hello everybody. If you have no idea what I'm talking about all of these things, you will do by the end of this live stream. Welcome to vidIQ, the YouTube tool channel and academy that educates you on your YouTube journey. And every single week here at 11 a.m. PDT, Pacific Standard Time, whatever you want to call it, we audit your channels over the next couple of hours. But I could never do this without our guests with the best, and we welcome back into the house after a 1 week absence. Travis, say hello first to our wonderful audience.
Hello first to our wonderful audience.
And Dan, you can now finally say hello to this awesome vidIQ community.
Hello, vidIQ community.
Very nicely done. Let's say hello to the following people who are joining us here this week. Generic Waffle continues to have the best username in the entire world, joining us here on a live stream. We're also saying hello to Rainbow Wookiee, and also that's going far too fast. This is really hard. I've forgotten how difficult this is. Dragon Plays, Mr. TCI, Air Fox Productions, and also the Artist Heaven. They're the moderator. I can easily read that one because it's in a different color. Dan, we'll start off with you. I'm just going to make this nice and easy. All you got to do is say 3 usernames this week as shout outs.
All right, I'm going to shout out the people who I see shouting me out, which was, I saw Weencast was saying, Dan. Who else? I saw another one and it's gone now, so I guess I'm not shouting you out. I guess I'll just make a couple people up. We have R3 Healthy. Oh, there you go. And then Premium Ghost. Dan
is now making up people to shout out. That's nice.
No, they were real.
Travis, who else are we saying hello to?
None of this is difficult. I have a little hack I've never taught either one of you before. I'm going to do like 5 or 6 in a row and have no problem. Watch.
Oh, wow.
Premium Ghost, YTV, Pat the Gamer, Awesome, Ali, FNN Demo, Rabbit, Food Fitness, and Nonstop Flight Reviews. Hey, Nonstop.
You're stopping chat like I am, aren't you?
I am indeed.
Well done. That is something that is not available to me since I'm actually running a live stream. Well done, you two. All right, we're going to get straight into this, folks. This is what we do every single week on channel audits. vidIQ channel audits are all about helping you become better YouTubers. To submit your channel for possible review, in the video description of this live stream, there is a link that will take you to this simple form. Fill it out, and prior to the stream, we will pick out several channels for review. Channel audits are free. We offer them as part of the vidIQ YouTube service, and we can't be bribed. While super chats are always welcome, they will not buy you a channel audit. We do not want to create a financial barrier to this weekly community get-together. The live chat exists so that you can all converse with the community. Don't ask for channel audits. During a live stream, the hosts don't have time to read them, and moderators will put you in timeout. And speaking of moderators, I wanted to personally thank each and every one of you for supporting us every single week to make sure that this show gets up and running. It really is appreciated. We get hundreds of submissions every single week, and unfortunately we can't audit every channel. To ensure your channel has a fair chance each week, we purge the list, and after we audit pre-selected channels, we randomly choose which channels get audited. We only have so much time in a day to audit your channels, but if you download the vidIQ extension, our 24/7 channel audit tool will offer you tailored advice specific to your YouTube channel. If you haven't already done so, download vidIQ for free today. A link is in the video description. If you submit your channel, expect constructive criticism. We assume you want to grow your audience on YouTube, and that is what our advice is based on. Appreciate that we are viewing your channel for the first time. If we get something wrong, we didn't do it on purpose. It may be that your messaging and branding isn't doing the job it's supposed to do. And make sure to listen to the advice we give to all channels, not just yours. Test everything. Some strategies will work better for some channels, whilst it won't work for some channels at all. always review the data YouTube gives you and then test again. We always appreciate it when you click on the thumbs up button. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so that you know when we next go live. And do us a favour, folks, if you do find this live stream useful, share it with at least one other video creator who you think could benefit from our advice. Are you ready? Let's do this. I've just realised if I ever shave my beard, I'm going to have to redo that video segment there. A couple of tidy up housekeeping things just before we get into this. I'm pleased to say, Dan, that we're at 250 concurrent viewers, so your face brings all the viewers to the yard. Well done.
I could have told you that was going to happen.
Obviously. And something that we forget to always mention in that video, but it could get you a channel audit, is we have decided to claim the hashtag channel audits on Twitter for our own. And if you include that hashtag in a tweet and not only advertise our live stream, but your channel as well, along with something amusing and funny that we may find of interest, such as this one here from Max last week, who decided to turn us all into Apple products. I don't really understand it, but for some reason, Dan Bucare is a thing that seems to be trending in our community here now. And Travis has just got some damn good eyes for an iPhone 11 Pro Max, and I apparently are just some AirPods. I mean, I don't understand what it means, but it stopped us from scrolling, and we may choose that as a video, as a channel to audit. So I'm going to be refreshing this page in about 20 minutes, and we'll just pick one that we like. So it isn't random, it's something that stops us from scrolling and entertains us, and that's exactly what a thumbnail should do. With all that being said, as the particulars, now I need to press some buttons for Travis and Dan so that you can see my screen. Please confirm that you can see it now.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Yep, okay, and we're going to press that button, which means that we're going to start with channel audits. The first 5 minutes was telling you what happens in this channel audit, and the next 2 hours are nothing but channel audits. So we're going to start with the first channel that submitted their channel for audit this week when we went public with the live stream yesterday, and it is Rainbow Wookiee. Hello to you. You have just cracked 100 subscribers. And we will start with Travis on this one, since we know gaming channels tend to take over later on. So we'll get some words out of you to kick us off. What are we looking at here?
Sure, Rainbow Wookiee. So we have the different social medias on here. I see Star Wars, what appears to be Lego. I'm not real sure. And I think the same thing on the left-hand side there. So I would assume I'm going to get some type of Lego-oriented kind of content. Now, that may or may not be true. If I scroll down, I can see, yes, I am correct, at least for the most part. Lots of Lego stuff, which is great. 100 subscriber video there. That's awesome. I do see some kind of random stuff like Happy New Year. I got a PC, that sort of thing. I think if you, obviously a younger creator here, I think it's really important to the 5 tips to becoming a Lego YouTuber. That's kind of cool. At least that's still in the niche, right? Still in the niche somewhat. I do think that it's kind of important, though, to kind of build up your viewership before you kind of make any kind of spread at all, which might mean niching down on something that's super specific. Like in this particular case, Lego Jurassic World. You might find that especially around the time the movie came out, was super big. Lego does this with a lot of movies. They'll come out with movie type Legos. So it might be a good idea to look at what the next movie is going to be that they'll cover, grab that and do a bunch of content on that before you start doing things like, hey, how to become a Lego YouTuber. Well, I mean, you've been doing it for a couple months. You have just at the time of that video under 100 subscribers. So do I want to take advice from you? I'm not real sure. So at the end of the day, I think bringing value to the person who's coming to your channel, giving them a consistent message, especially when you're first starting out, is going to be your biggest way to win.
I think the Christmas calendar one is a good example of where the creator had an idea to cover that stuff during the time. It looks as if it was over Christmas. But you would probably have to be all in with this, wouldn't you? Rather than do day 2 to 8. A lot of creators do this thing called Vlogmas, and you could have done like a Lego Vlogmas, doing all of the days, and maybe doing like a 4 or 5 minute video each day on those items. And yeah, I think a good point you raised here, Travis, was that you thought it was about Lego, but you're not entirely sure because maybe the channel banner was a little wasted with the handles that you don't really need in the channel banner. This is an opportunity to sell exactly what your channel's about. So do that in there, and either minimize these, put them in the right-hand corner as your little links, and so on. Dan, any extra thoughts here on the Rainbow Wookiee channel?
Yeah, I have an idea for you. This would be specific to any Lego channel.
Nice. Let's hear it.
So if you have a Lego channel, listen up. This is my idea for you. This is coming from experience as a kid who played with a lot of Legos. I was not, in my youth, very creative with my Lego sets. I would buy them and I would build them and then they would sit. One thing you could do is take popular Lego sets that you may already have, and instead of a listicle that says how to become a Lego YouTuber, I think it might be more impactful to go 5 different things you can build with this Lego set outside of the just instruction manual. What else can you do with this set? Because I think Lego sets have this thing where it's like you get the instruction manual, and I don't even know if Lego, unless they changed their ways, they never introduced to me other things I could build with it. It was just, here's the Millennium Falcon. And that's kind of a huge example, but even smaller sets. What else can I build with this? Because it's just going to sit on a shelf otherwise, or I'm just going to smash it to pieces and throw it in the closet. So,
and then I guess from a thumbnail point of view, you could have like what it should be built as. Let's say this Lego Mandalorian thing here, as the original, and then new build would be like whatever it is. I don't know what you might turn that into. Let's say it's you turn it into an X-wing or something like that from the Lego series. Which would make it really interesting and quite a unique value proposition as well. A lot of Lego build channels, but building unique things out of Lego, that sounds really interesting.
Yeah, listicles do great. And when I saw that listicle about becoming a Lego YouTuber, I thought, oh, wouldn't it be cool if someone did that? Because I would have watched that as a kid for sure.
Awesome. Oh, we've just got our first super chat in of the day. And let's take a look at that. Actually, I've got a few things I'm going to fix here.
It's Polonius.
It's Polonius. So,
the king
Polonius.
of YouTube.
He, the king of YouTube. We audited his channel last week, and he loved what we did and did a fantastic video response. Probably one of the best ones we've ever seen. And what's he said? Hey vidIQ, thank you for the channel audit last week. Keep it up, good work. So yeah, thank you. That's people just saying thank you back to us. Not expecting a channel audit or anything like that, and we do appreciate that. All right, let's move on to the next channel. I've got my next channel bell. Woohoo! It is Liger Gaming. This is Minecraft Hardcore Redstone Guides. Oh, looks like it's telling me everything I need to know in a channel banner, which is fantastic. You've hidden your subscriber count, so we're not sure how many subscribers you've got. Looking at the view counts, we're probably thinking something along the lines of 1,000, just over 1,000. Dan, this is in your wheelhouse. What are we looking at here with Minecrafty stuff?
Yeah, so I did pick this channel out, and I wanted to give huge props because it looks like the thumbnails and the banner have been improved somewhat recently. I get the sense that this creator is kind of following our advice already.
Nice to hear.
Because I'm just looking at the older thumbnails, and you can tell there's been kind of an evolution. Because one thing I could point to is the ones from 3 weeks ago. There's a lot of wasted space there where you let the text be the hero, and then on the side, a sliver of an image of what this video might be about.
Yeah.
And lately, your latest 2 thumbnails are exactly what I want to see out of a Minecraft thumbnail. Show me the newest things in the game. That 20W09 is the newest snapshot update, and those are the things that have been added in each of those. So you're making the update like the hero of the thumbnail, and I think that's a great way to go. It looks like the views are kind of crazy. Like you have some breakout ones, which is really interesting to me, and that's really cool. So if you can do more with the Elytra, for example, first time using Elytra, I see you also try to do Minecraft, but because that's kind of popular right now. So that seemed to work out for you. That's pretty interesting. Maybe you could do more with Minecraft, but or Elytra. You can look and see what search term grabbed people for that video, and then try to expand on that. And
nice to see the thumbnail evolution here, just from playing text, nothing a Minecraft words, but no things. And yes, at the moment, maybe the views are a little all over the shop. It looks like you were doing. I mean, that's from 8 years ago, so maybe we don't want to look at them. But these from a couple of months ago, like you say, a couple of breakouts, and I think it's just going to be a time. It's just going to take time for those videos to do well. What does this mean, Dan? 20W078, is that a search term or what? I'm a bit lost by that.
In this case, it would be I don't know how many people because the version number of the snapshots, which is that's what that is.
Okay.
Is a search term. I don't know how many people go looking for it, or they just type, Minecraft 1.17 snapshot, or I think it's going to be 16 in this case. So make sure that in your title, and they're kind of hidden right now. Maybe you're doing this, but make sure 1.16 snapshot lands in that title as well, just to expand on that search. But 20W09A is a very specific version number that people could potentially look for, and it looks like some people are finding it.
Yeah, especially when we talk about gaming channels, really getting into a niche, that's probably a good strategy as well. But there we are, Liger Gaming. I think some good, promising things going on here. And all I would say right now is that I think you're doing a good job with the thumbnails. And I think it's just going to require some patience because you're in a very competitive market in Minecraft gaming, and it may take a while for this to start to pay off. But hopefully, you should be seeing that soon. And I guess the channel is under 1,000 subscribers because I can't see the community tab. So the view count seemed fairly healthy for a channel of your size. All right, we've covered 2 channels here, and if you feel as if you're learning quite a lot from this experience, if you want to take your education to the next level, just want to quickly remind you that we do have the vidIQ Academy launched this year, currently with 6 courses that we have here, including from Travis, how to find your niche in YouTube, from me, the keyword research 101, how to start getting better metadata for your videos, and our flagship course, which is launching your channel in 30 days. And although it is geared towards the idea of launching your channel, I've had a lot of reviews from people saying that we came into this course, and even though I've been on YouTube for a couple of months, I'm learning new stuff from all of the things that we show you here on the vidIQ Academy. And we're going to be adding more courses very soon. The 101 how to shoot YouTube videos is coming out this month. Then we're going to be looking at the new Creator Studio. Dan's going to be doing one about how to start a gaming channel, the complete guide. And all of this is free effectively for vidIQ Pro and Boost users. So once you're on one of our paid subscriptions, you get all of this extra education for free. There is a link in the video description for a lot more information on that. And before I forget, Dan, let's talk about the Discord server, since we always talk about it at the very end. So just let us know in terms of engaging with us and having a conversation after this channel audit. Tell us about the vidIQ Discord.
Yeah, so we've been kind of pushing this Discord a lot lately, and it's turned into this flourishing community of creators, which is what we wanted. We come in there and we help you guys out where we can, but ultimately the Discord is more meant for you guys to engage with one another. And you can always ask us questions, and when we get around to it, we'll try and answer you to the best of our ability. But sometimes we're not around 24/7. But there are so many knowledgeable creators in there who are around, and you can just get a lot of advice from them. You can give a lot of advice if you feel like you have something to share with someone else. There are people showing each other their thumbnails and giving feedback, just like we do in the channel audits. Like, hey, you could do this a little bit better. The one thing I always have to say is it's not a place for you to promote your channel, because every single person in there is a creator just like you. As always, yeah. And promoting to them is not going to get you anywhere, because they're like, well, no, me, subscribe to me. So it's way more valuable to sit in there and discuss what you could all be doing to grow, rather than just showing your channel and going, hey, I need 100 subs. So can you hit the button? So yeah. It's turned into a really awesome community of people sharing each other's content and in a constructive way.
And I think that's something that we will always preach in whatever we talk about. It's how you can give value to your audience rather than trying to extract value from others, and you will always grow a lot quicker with that mentality. We got a couple more, well, we've got quite a few actual super chats here. Thank you to Weemcast for the $5 that says Dan. Insane, $2, and then another $1. Hello to you. And Driving Simulator Games with 19. I don't know what currency that is. Is it rupees? But anyway, thank you for 19 of whatever it is, and hopefully we'll be able to read that message later on. All right, Travis, I know you like a challenge. So the next channel that we're going to audit here is Alicia Photography.
Cat photography.
So what is this channel about?
Better be cat photography or we're in trouble. Let me tell you.
It looks to be.
So I see some cats up there. Looks like this might be an en français. If it's en français, great.
I'd go along with that, yeah.
I do eat French fries and French toast, baby. But other than that, I don't know nothing about it. Okay, so let's hope that these are a bunch of pictures of cat. Now, if that's the case, which it looks like on some of these thumbnails, it might be. The cats are not big enough in the thumbnails for me. Like,
yeah, I would agree.
Pets, you need to see the cat. There's too much text and not enough cat. Can we lose some of the text and put more of the cat? Hey, can we do a real quick thing? Can we just do a search for like a specific type of cat on YouTube and see what kind of thumbnails are winning? Is there a breed of cat in
here? There's no breeds of cats. They're just cats.
They're just cats.
I'm trying to think.
I was going to search for cat tutorials, but that seems
Sphinx.
a bit weird. I'm going to search for cat vlog.
Cat vlog.
There we go. There we go.
Cute. And I'm not a cat guy, but these are cute. That's what I'm talking about. Put more cat, less text. Some of these have some text, but they still have more cat than the channel. So
a cat channel I watch sometimes is called Cream Heroes. There it is, right there. Very popular, huge channel. She does great work with her thumbnails and just, everything in terms of
very cat oriented.
Yeah, it's all very cat centric, and it's a lot of action shots too, which always helps sell what you're trying to get people to watch.
Catch your cats in action.
That one immediately has caught me interest, just because it's that classic idea of like bigger eyes are just more appealing, and there's that kind of like stunned, confused look, and then that's where text is used quite effectively there, like very simply, like a confused question mark type of thing, and I like that. Anyway, let's go back to the original French cat channel just to do like a comparison. Like here, as Travis, you rightly said, the cat's generally just getting lost at it, except for maybe in this one here, which is like full-on catness going on there. But like this one here, I don't see any cats in that one, and then it's a repeated image there, and then just like muddy backgrounds, I guess, isn't necessarily helping either. Like when is it the ginger cat here contrasting with a darker background? I think that kind of works more. But then we're getting distracted by the text. If we take this one as an example, even if I spoke and read French, I would spend 30 seconds trying to read all of his text, and by that time I would be too frustrated and bored by the thumbnail that I would want to move on. Surely you can tell a story a lot more concisely in the thumbnail and the title, so just consider that.
I mean, amazing that they got 2 paragraphs on a thumbnail. I don't think I've ever seen
and look, they've even done the English translation.
Yeah, they've done
the
translation.
Realize that.
2 different languages on 2 paragraphs on a thumbnail. That's a new record, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I guess, and we're being a bit flippant about this, but it is a good point, isn't it? I mean, the thumbnails are just far too chaotic and busy. Something else I've also noticed as well is I think you're trying to use an emoji flag here, and maybe like a great English flag, but it's lost its emojiness. I'm going to call it in a title, which means that it just looks weird. So just be really careful if you're going to be using emojis in titles, because sometimes they don't work properly. And I think the final thing I would say is that even with international language channels, we as viewers want to be able to understand a little bit the story of the thumbnail, and we don't really see that, I think, in these thumbnails. Again, if we just go back to Dan's favorite channel, Cream Heroes, even without text, we can kind of understand what's going on. Like this one, even if I don't look at the title, I don't know why I'm putting my hand over the title, because that doesn't work in a live stream, but this cat is destroying something. This cat here is being attacked by a lobster. This cat is on fire, apparently. And we get all of that just from the images themselves without any need for text. So I think that's a good direction to be going in for the French photography cat channel video. I suppose we should add here that we don't discriminate whether they're dogs and cats. I think we got into a lot of trouble a week or two ago when Travis and I firmly put our dog flags in the ground. But it seems that we always audit cat channels. So there you go. Any final thoughts on this one?
I don't know what the actual like content is, but
yeah, that is the thing, isn't it?
Let's say it's the best content on YouTube. We would never know because we can't get past the thumbnails. So definitely the number one thing you want to kind of figure out, and yeah.
So my assumption is that this is a person who goes around taking pictures of any cat in the city that they're in, and maybe then trying to talk to the owner and getting a story out of it. But I'm not sure. we'd need to know more. But anyway, that is Alicia Photography, if I pronounced it correctly. And finally, congratulations on 200 subscribers. And if you just look at that channel logo, that is really effective. Try and take that into your thumbnails. Yep. I think it's time to go to the hashtag channel audit zone, and we'll find out what on earth is going on with you. You got to
find it's buried now, man. But there's such a good one. The first one I saw today.
All right,
it's actually not that far down.
So let's.
I won't have to tell you what it is. It's all three of us. I'll say that.
That one's a bit long. I'm having to read too much of that one. Let's go. Yeah, well, that's not funny. So give us another one.
That's pretty good.
What's going on there? Oh my!
That's a good one. Pretty good.
Well done. Yeah, Jasper does need to make an appearance now, but it's so big that I can't fit. Yeah, by the way, well, Jasper doesn't look like that, obviously. But anyway, that wins for me. Dan, was it another one?
If you scroll down a little bit, we got to pick this one too eventually. It's too good. Right there. There it is.
Oh,
Legion of Doom. Yeah,
there we go. There we go. That. All right. I think we're gonna have to do both of these. By the way, I do not like the manager for the Legion of Doom. He was some really weird guy who in WWF. And sorry, we're going way off topic here. He introduced something called a rocker, the ventriloquist.
Yeah. By the way, that wasn't his thing. That was a Vince McMahon thing. I know about all this.
It made no sense, didn't it? And I think as a result of that, Hawk. Sorry, Travis and I are just having a private conversation now. Hawk, I think, when he went to SummerSlam 92, he got off his face on drugs and never came back, and I think it might have been because of Rocco the ventriloquist. Anyway, let's get back onto topic. Right, we're going to audit this channel here. By the way, if you want us to do a WWE WWF live stream on vidIQ, give us a thumbs up and Travis and I'll start it because I'm well up for doing that.
Nobody's asking for that.
Moto, thank you for that, Dan. Moto Queen here. You've hidden your subscriber count. Your value proposition is not on your channel banner. So just from here, I don't know what's going on. There's no channel trailer either. And you haven't built out your front page. Sorry, these are all criticisms, but this is just as we come onto the channel, trying to get an idea of what your channel's about. All right, now let's get into it. Looks
like a gaming channel.
Gaming channel from this Nightmares thing and Outlast and all of these episode numbers. I
have to say the borders of the thumbnails stand out more than the image itself.
So there may be too distracting there. So there's too much of an effect there. Yeah,
I'm instantly drawn to the border and the number. And that's your first assignment, is to try and get your thumbnails to be more vibrant, like the border you've put around them.
Yeah.
Additionally, I like to discourage people from sticking episode numbers on everything, even if it is part of a series. I don't think you want to lead with that because it makes people feel like they have 10 other videos to watch before they can watch episode 11 of something. So that's always my advice. I know that people like to put their Let's Plays in parts, and you can do that. I would just keep it at the very last thing in your title. So for the people who are watching and trying to keep up with a series, they still have like some references to where they are, but you're still leading with really strong titles that are going to get discovered by new people, which is what a lot of people on YouTube are obviously trying to do.
I'm happy to see that this creator looks as if they've gone through with their commitment on the Let's Plays, have gone from episode 1 to the finale, which is good to see. And they do, they're putting in some effort whenever they do a playthrough. I guess my question might be to the creator is that a lot of other channels are doing playthroughs, and unless you can be the very first to something, like I know Final Fantasy VII has just been released as like a demo or something. So it's good that you try to jump onto that one as quickly as possible. Wedges a cinnamon roll. I don't know what that means on that. But yeah, and there's not a great volume of content here yet for a gaming channel. But custom thumbnails, seems as if you're focusing on one game at a time, which are all good things to see. So the next question is, when we see that there's a creator's doing these right things, is that how are you going to make yourself different to all of the other Let's Play channels out there? And I don't know what the answer to that is. Dan, you sometimes have some good sort of ideas along these lines, but that is a challenge, isn't it?
It can be very daunting, and I don't want to give anyone analysis paralysis. I still want you to make content. But I would definitely start with a more vibrant, clickable thumbnail, because these are, if I'm being honest, a bit distracting. And try to, when it comes to a Let's Play channel, I always like to think of Let's Play content as supplemental for your audience. So Let's Play content gets viewed and people enjoy it, but you still, when it comes to discovery, you have a lot of competition there. So you want to cover a game from a few different angles, maybe review it first or do a tutorial on something in the game. And then if let's say you're trying to do daily videos or 5 videos a week or something, make some Let's Plays, fill out that schedule with those and have some fun. But do that extra bit of work and do some research on those more discoverable videos that are going to rank a lot better in search.
Thank you, Dan, there. And thank you for the WWE reference, WWF, whatever you want to call it. We appreciate it. And then we have to go to Cliff Curtis because, he knows what my soft points are. Like Jasper, by the way, now is much more well-behaved. Never have to check on him during other streams, and we really do appreciate it that he's quiet. The Creators Cup then. Travis, looks like a good one for you to kick off and look at.
Looks nice. Learn, grow, inspire. That's cool. I'm not sure... Learn, grow, inspire in what way? So they went with something that's close, like they're almost there. I'm guessing by the name creator they're talking about on YouTube, but I don't necessarily know. If we look at the videos, looks like it's a camera channel, lighting for YouTube videos, what's your YouTube channel about, best camera settings. So yeah, it looks like it's in that. So I would ask them, can you kind of tweak the banner just a little bit to give more of an indication of that it's about, YouTube creators rather than just, low growing, which could literally be anything, like inspire someone in health or as a person, where this is obviously more creator focused. Having said that, thumbnails are pretty good. I love the one that sticks out to me is the one that says take action. Now here's an instance where using text worked. It's not that you can't never use text on a thumbnail. You have to use it in a very intentional way. And when you see something say take action, you have to look at what this video is about. How to get your subscribers fast. Now, of course, if you're new to the YouTube, look, it worked. If you notice, that's the second most viewed or third most viewed video. Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, it's a very high view video because it was 1, 2, 3, 4. That's their 5th video. They broke over 1,000 views, over 2,000 views on it by looking at something, being very intentional about it, and saying, "Look, take action." And it's something that grabs you. It makes you go, "Okay, what am I taking action about? How to get subscribers fast? Well, I want to know how to do that." Click. So I love that. Shoot like a pro. Their #1 video there. It's giving you, if you're going to use text, use it for a good reason. Don't repeat your title. Give someone context behind the video, or give them a challenge. Shoot like a pro, take action, light it up, whatever. Do something that's going to make me want to, at the very least, read the title and then click into your video. Other than that, the thumbnails are pretty nice. Some of them are better than others, I would say. And I think over time they'll continue to kind of find their way, but those two really stick out to me: the shoot like a pro and take action.
I think if you look at the first 4 videos, these are interesting. They had relatively low views, and the titles didn't really have any intent, or they didn't connect with the thumbnails necessarily. Like the repot, that means absolutely nothing to me. A potential viewer, along with the thumbnail, couldn't really get any idea from that. And all of these were shorter videos as well. And then look at how, when the channel has pivoted to like YouTube growth and like camera tips with real intent, as Travis said, the views have started to really rocket up for a small channel. I would be thinking, you've small sample size, but you've got 4 or 5 videos here which have over 1,000 subscribers. Looking through the comments, doing you could become like a lighting expert in 2020 on YouTube as one of your main areas, or these best camera setups for this for cinematic video on like a mobile phone. That could be your little niche areas. But I still think as well, you're probably in that like 50-50 range right now, where you should be experimenting with these new videos that didn't quite do as well, but that's okay. You're trying to find out what's going to work for your channel, but also not forgetting that these videos did well. Make more of that content to continue to tap into that audience, which is already resonating with you on YouTube. So the Creators Cup, I think this is a fantastic start for the channel. You'll get the first confetti of joy here of this live stream. So well done to you there. Any final thoughts, Dan or Travis, before we move on to the next one?
About this, I have a general kind of thought. Because you just got back from VidCon London, which you haven't really talked about. I'd love to hear a little bit about that. But as part of that, For people who don't know, there's some people who never come in chat, never watch the live stream live, and have grown their channels simply by doing the things we're saying. So even if you don't get selected, I know one particular person who Rob finally got to meet in person. I'm jealous I didn't either.
I did, yeah.
I'm jealous about this. Who's been watching our live streams after the fact and watching our videos and only been taking our advice. And in 7 months, 26,000 subscribers in 7 months. She's only really taken our advice. She's never asked for a channel audit. She's never gotten like a channel audit, yet she was able to do this. We've talked about her before. She's amazing, but it's literally like we're giving you the tools to grow. And in 7 months, 26,000 subscribers, it's totally possible.
This person actually baked us, and I say bake, not cooked, a KFC cake burger.
Oh my God.
Brought it into the conference, which was amazing to see. And yeah, we've never audited this channel, but we have done like an ASMR case study on this, which nobody's watched because they really hate it when I do ASMR. But it's well worth checking out. And yeah, this channel is blowing up now. 25,000 views plus a day, 500 plus subscribers a day for a channel of this size. They're growing at like 2 or 3% a day, which is incredible. But yeah, going back to this channel, I think some really nice stuff going on here. Keep it up for your channel, and we will return to this sort of craziness a little later to pick some more of your channels. But now let's move on to the Root Boy Cooks.
I hate one.
Hang on. Just before we go any further, let me just do this.
So far, it's okay. So I picked this channel. I don't know why. I do this to myself all the time. Whenever I see a cooking channel that does like barbecue or something, I have to pick them. But I do this right around lunchtime when I'm starving.
Yep, it's just coming up to our lunchtime. Thanks, Travis.
Oh, so dumb. But they're doing some things really well, and then other things I think they can improve upon. So first of all, you'll notice like none of these thumbnails have text on them.
Love it.
As a food channel, you generally don't need text. Stop it. And this is proof positive. Now, having said that, most of these I would go in and tweak the saturation on. Like some of them have some good saturation and some are just kind of bland. So for the ones that are kind of bland and don't have like a lot of color pop, I would go in and pop that saturation, because if you watch any of the behind the scenes documentaries of how food is photoed and videoed for commercial, they use all types of tricks. Like milk is generally glue. I mean, they put like all types of stuff on food that makes it look great when it's photographed. Now, obviously I'm not saying put glue on your steak, but go in and really pump up the saturation on these, because other than the saturation, the images are pretty darn good. And when you're doing a food channel, if you look at their banner's amazing. Like I want that right now in my mouth. So I think when you have that feeling in looking at any of these, they're going to win. And over time, you will continue to get more and more views. Almost 10,000 subscribers here. Some of these, look at these, some of these videos, 30,000, 55,000. I mean, some of them are older videos, but you know what? These are evergreen videos. Food is evergreen. So these will continue to get views over years and years and years. So if it's me, I'm tripling down on whatever time of year it is, comfort food in the cold, barbecue stuff in the kind of warmer times, and just going for broke on a better color in the thumbnails. Otherwise, man, it looks great. I am starving.
Yeah, one thing I will always say to creators of these sort of areas where they look as if they're doing a lot of things right, and they've been on YouTube for quite a long time and have had videos that have done really well in the past. Unfortunately, the landscape of YouTube has changed quite a lot now. And let's say you were 1 in 10,000 cooking channels 5 years ago. Unfortunately, now you're 1 in a million cooking channels probably on YouTube. So my question to you would be, what differentiates you from other channels? Is it because you do everything through barbecuing or a certain cooking style or a certain type of cuisine, or you do things at a certain time limit, like you do it within 10, 15 minutes? And I think there may be a little bit differentiation required, because it looks as if here your audience is maybe clicking on the thumbnails, but you're not hitting anything like search wise or with search intent of any kind. And it feels as if like they're all like less than 500 mostly, or less than 1,000 views. And that for the thumbnails, the quality does seem a little disappointing. And so I think it feels as if you may have been doing the same thing for a year or two at this point and expecting something different to happen. And it's just not.
They need to do, because you're right about this. Like you're nailing everything. They probably need to go in and really look at not only their click-through rate, but their view duration. Maybe people stopping at the beginning.
And probably like just look at videos in the last year, because I think anything beyond that is probably not relevant anymore. Like some have a couple of ones here, the tomahawk ribeye steak, fantastic thumbnail by the way on that one. That's done a lot better. Why is that? Is it because people like it when you cook steak, or it was at a certain time of year? Next one here, Peruvian grilled chicken. Those two did really well. And then we're not really seeing anything for a while. So I'm just wondering why that is. But yeah, you're right there, Travis, in terms of click-through rate and view duration is something that you can maybe pick up on here. It looks as if it's mostly like, how would you describe it? Not fatty foods per se, but like comfort juicy food. Grill.
Comfort foods, yeah.
But yeah, that type of thing. So
I mean, maybe I want to try some of these, to be honest.
Yeah, I definitely do as well.
I'm part of Team Fat Butt. Feel free to join.
There we are. That is the Root Boy Cooks, though. And we'll say congratulations in advance on the 10K subscribers that you're going to be hitting soon. Let's just check in. Any more super chats? No, we still haven't got any more super chats. Not that I'm asking anyone right now. But woo! There you go, Dan. That's a Dan effect right there. 600 people watching this live stream right now.
I know. You're welcome.
Well done, sir. Icicle Gaming. Well, there you go, Dan. The pressure's on you now to deliver in your auditing form.
You know,
what is Icicle Gaming?
I got to be honest. The pressure's on me double time because someone on Twitter just accused me of being too negative. So I just have to say, like, ouch, man. So I'm going to try not to be too negative here. But the first thing I noticed about this channel, other than the banner, which is very bright and colorful.
Waffles and Nutella.
Yes. I'll get to the waffles and Nutella in a second. But the thumbnails on your videos are very, very busy. I would have to say some of the busiest thumbnails I've ever seen. I'm going to save you a lot of time and tell you that you don't need to put this much work into a good thumbnail. I think you could be getting a lot more traction by doing a lot less in this case, because I'm seeing so much text and emojis and everything else. And some of them, like, it's text overlapping text. And so it gets, most of them, I would say, it gets kind of crazy. Secondly, just on the page we're on right now, without scrolling down, we can see there's a lot of, it's not really self-promotion, but like just a lot of talking about the channel itself, like in this meta kind of way. Like, you got 250 subscribers, you got a new banner, you know, I see a picture that could look like a Discord on the top there. It doesn't scream gaming channel to me, because there's just so much going on outside of actually gaming itself. And I did this a lot when I first started YouTube. I would make a few gaming videos, and then I would stop and do a couple vlogs and stuff. I'd thank people for when I hit 100,000 or 100,000. When I hit 100 subscribers, I would thank people like for entering some giveaway I did. There would be so much distraction from gaming, and those videos would never perform as well as my actual gaming content. And I slowed that down significantly. So I'd recommend that as well, is to kind of play some games, because I'm seeing a lot of breaks from gaming here throughout your channel. It does look like you're trying to upload daily, though.
I had a question and also an observation. Most videos are under a minute, and that's not really YouTube content. That's probably more suited to other platforms. And yeah, the question I was going to ask here when I just scrolled here, Dan, what game are they playing here? I cannot work it out. I can see these menus. It looks like, is that Fortnite menu screens? But
maybe I was getting to that. I was going to say, going back to the banner, the waffle and the Nutella don't tell me what game you're playing. The name of your channel indicates you play games, but then your thumbnails and your video titles from every element of this channel, I don't know what you're playing. And you know, I understand this was a a bad example of me, you know, and my negativity. But for real, I want to help you. I want to see your channel grow, and this goes for any channel here in the channel audits. I want to see you guys grow, and I want to help, and that's behind my advice every time. So I would say focus your thumbnails, focus your titles. Tell me what game you're playing somewhere. And
let's summarize the positives. You've already got 300 subscribers.
Yes.
That's good. Did you get that from a certain video that did well? Not necessarily. So, where are you getting those subscribers? I've already turned that into a possible negative. I'm not sure. Custom thumbnails. You're doing custom thumbnails, which is good. You're posting on a consistent, regular basis, which means that you're passionate and committed to being a successful video creator. So continue to do all of. I think generally you're working hard. You just need to work smarter in the content.
Yes, I think that especially with thumbnails, you can save yourself a lot of time and put more of that time into your research and your gameplay videos.
Boom! Let's move on. Black Crypto is the next channel. A lot of people hiding their subscriber counts today. Interesting. Travis, let's talk about Black Crypto. What is this one about?
Yeah, so I've done a couple of crypto channels, and the interesting thing is the thumbnail style here does not match normal crypto thumbnail styles. Now, that could be a bad or a good thing. It's to be honest, I don't like crypto thumbnails. I don't like Bitcoin thumbnails. I think they're way too crazy, but I'm not the audience, so it doesn't really matter what I think. Looking at this, the thing I do like is that the Bitcoin icons and, all the thumbnails, it's great to kind of give an indication that, hey, I'm a Bitcoin channel. There's some sporadic kind of uploads over the last couple of months.
Yeah, big break here. 4 recent videos, but beyond that, 6 months.
Yeah, the value proposition appears to be just kind of like anything else, trying to explain, educating your Bitcoin journey. Which
sounds very familiar. That it feels as if you borrowed us, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Fine. I mean, it works. What's the about page say? Anything interesting there?
Yeah, let's have a look at the about section.
Bitcoin is here to stay. Invest in cryptocurrency years ago. So okay, that's cool. I like that. I dig that. Okay, and you can even donate Bitcoin to them if you want to, that's kind of smart. I'm not hating. So yeah, I think I like I like that. But here's the thing: if you do a search for Bitcoins, you will notice a completely different style of thumbnail.
Let's do Bitcoin for beginners.
Yeah,
let's do this nice and simple.
So they're very wordy. And not all of them are particularly great.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I mean, this one is a standout as like craziness, colors. You can see lots of things going on. I think that's a strong thumbnail. Not it's a question of whether you like it or not, but that one stopped me from scrolling as I've gone through.
Yeah. So you'll notice that for the most, I like the truth about Bitcoin. I think that's a cool one.
Yeah.
But in general, the strategy behind these is to try to do slightly better than what's there and use kind of what's there as a template, even if it isn't. Like, I think your style is actually better, but that's not necessarily what people are clicking on when they're looking for Bitcoin stuff. So you need to kind of look at the types of, when you're doing a specific type of a Bitcoin video, for example, let's see, crypto savings plan. If there's a crypto savings search term, do a search for that and then take a look at what the thumbnail styles are. Generally speaking, you're going to find some type of trend, whether it be colors, whether it be the way that the picture's laid out, whether it be the titling of the thumbnail, any of that stuff, and try to make a slightly better version. I wouldn't go too far out of the norm, because I believe, just based on my little knowledge of this, that people that are looking for crypto stuff are looking for a very specific type of thumbnail. They're just normalized to that particular type of thumbnail. So even, the things we normally say about no text do not apply for Bitcoin at all. Like, you need to have text on your Bitcoin thumbnail. So always be real cognizant of the style of thumbnail in your niche. And for me, while I don't like Bitcoin thumbnails, I think yours are almost too good, which is kind of a funny thing to say. I think you kind of dirty them up a little bit or something. I don't know what the word is, to be honest.
Yeah. I've got a small question about titling. Is anyone searching for Black Crypto? I don't think that's a type of currency. I think that's your channel name.
That's his channel. I think he's trying to rank his channel.
So I wouldn't be necessarily including that in your title. I think it's a bit wasted. And it feels as if a little bit sometimes this is not necessarily Bitcoin education, but your own personal Bitcoin journey, like my state of mind, my 2020 goals, predictions. I don't know if people are necessarily searching for them things, and you may need to be a bit more in your face, matter of fact with the titles, like how to secure your cryptocurrency. 5 websites every Bitcoin newbie should know. I think those are much more direct educational stuff. And then there's this one outlier here, this hashtag carrot bars. You did well on that one. It's maybe too late to do a follow-up video, but again, probably cryptocurrency, I would say, is becoming an oversaturated market on YouTube, because a lot of people are jumping into this area. Where can you find your little niches? And it's kind of these two videos here, whichever ones that are really standing out for me. And could you double down, make more of content for them? But that is Black Crypto there. Good luck continuing to grow your channel and mining those subscribers. That's the only pun I can think of for that one. We'll move on now to Pedro Cruz. This is a magician's channel. Are they revealing all of the magic tips and tricks that are supposed to be... who is it that's in the what's the
magician, that one?
The Illuminati of magicians, where you're not supposed to... I've forgotten what it's called. All right. Another foreign language channel. Travis, you picked this one as well. So what are we looking at here?
Yeah, it looks like it is tutorial. So it looks like if you want to learn how to do different magic tricks, you can come here. A 3-in-1 trick. Let's see. So I like some of the thumbnails. Some are better than others.
Yeah.
I think that is this a newer channel? Okay, so no, it's been around for a while. They just recently started like uploading again, is what happened.
Yeah, so they took at least an over a year break, and then they've come back into it maybe in 2020.
Yeah, and it looks like they're I'm assuming this is Spanish, kind of teaching different magic tricks and such. I like generally like what they're saying. Basically, if you want to learn some card tricks and stuff, come here. I'm going to teach you some stuff. If you scroll up, what does the banner look like again? So yeah. So he says his name. He's basically saying this is where you can find magic tutorials. And there's your it's a very easy to understand value proposition. I like the one thumbnail with the top secret. I think that's super cool. And then another one's a magic convention, which would be cool for people who are actual magicians. So I think the biggest thing is when you've taken such a long time off, it's almost like you're starting all over again in a lot of ways, because a lot of those subscribers you may have gained either are not around, or maybe they've got locked out of their account, or whatever the case may be. So you're basically starting from zero in my mind. So you really need to look for search terms that you can rank for. Look for what people are trying to actually find how to do, and then make content around that. And I would make some of these, like I said, some of these thumbnails are good. Like the one with the 3 and the different arrows. I have this thing about arrows that, if done correctly, can really boost a video. And I think the way he's using it absolutely will. And it's only been a month, and he's a smaller channel, but over time, this thing could really go somewhere. And then the React, the same thing. So I think he's doing a lot of things right. I think it's just really kind of
150 subscribers. Each video in the last month is getting around about that range. We've got one here which has trended a little bit. Looks as if you were reacting to something on, I don't know, Portugal's Got Talent or whatever, and that's had a nice little boost there. So I think continue to do that. I do have a translate button on this one, so I'm going to try and translate, and let's see what comes.
The actual magician on Portugal's Got Talent. I like it.
Yeah. So I think there's very promising things here, and well done for I think doing it in your native language, because it feels as if you know English, judging from the channel banner and things, but you're not trying to get into that huge English language speaking magicians area. Maybe you're seeing a gap in the market in your native language, and you're tackling that. Volume, I would say, consistency and volume. Keep creating content, because it looks as if you're onto something here, which is good to see. All right, Dan, you've been quiet for a while, so I'm going to go back to the channel audits hashtag, and we're going to pick one from here, but we'll let you pick this one. So just tell me when to scroll and things.
Chris Hansen, that's funny. Nutrition channel.
Is that a thing? Do you like nutrition channels?
I don't know.
It was just anything but a cooking channel, I think is what.
Oh my God.
What is going on here?
Well, these are all about me, but Dan, this is your choice. Whoa! What's going on here?
I know.
Where's the block button? Report block.
Oh my gosh!
Get him off. How dare you?
That is the greatest one we have ever.
I told somebody to do that last week.
You did. I got pinged a minute ago saying Rob promised that if someone did this,
he's right.
Be chosen.
All right, I will do that one. But
that's on Rob.
Dan, you've got to choose.
All right, I like this comic one. Scroll down a little bit.
This one.
Yeah, I noticed this one earlier.
That's funny.
All right, we're picking this one then.
Yeah, I like that one.
By the way, don't include swear words. I don't appreciate that. That
please
one's
don't do that.
We're muting you. Please don't do that. Right. Okay. So we're choosing this one, and we will get back to that other one, that memed one of me, which is just crazy. Right. Rabbit Food Fitness. This is a nice original channel. So what is it about? Is it about cooking rabbits? I assume not.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm just taking it. I'm just taking it for at face value right now because there is no value proposition.
You were wrong. Rob is not a nutrition channel person.
You are damn straight there. All right. Come on. What are we looking at then? 200 subscribers. Generally about nutrition, dietary fat, 5 foods to make quick, healthy meals, kind of vegan diet, improve endurance. So there's some vegan stuff coming up here. I see a little bit. All right. I'm getting the vegan vibe. Which is good. You're positioning yourself here. Thumbnail-wise, I'm not sure if I agree with these. I don't know. What do you think?
I like Travis's advice when it comes to food channels. You really want that to be the hero, and sometimes the food's kind of getting lost in some of these.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
but it's also, you can tell it's also a personality channel. So I think there's a balance that you could strike for sure.
How old is the channel? Let's have a look. Okay, it's been going around for at least a year, and now we've got into some nice consistent thumbnails in the last 2 months, which is good to see. Let's check out the About section, try and get a bit more verification here. So, from fitness, weight loss, popular diets, recipes, and tips.
It's a good About a section, I would say. It really categorizes the channel well.
Travis, you're being notoriously quiet here.
I'm giggling because I'm realizing that apparently some people are you looking at hashtag channel audits or audit?
I look at the plural with
mass. Yeah, audits.
The plural, there are a bunch of other ones that you're missing.
Right. Well, then people, I can't be bothered doing that, folks. You need to
hold on. In fairness, the vidIQ Twitter says it's hashtag channel audit.
Oh, we did it again.
So
where? Which on what?
The tweet that went out.
Yeah. So
I had nothing to do with that.
Well, we have to look at it.
All right. We'll look at it. We'll look again. Sorry. Anyway, let's get back to this. Yeah. We're stocking up a lot of things we need to look at.
We got time. It's all about if you're gonna talk about food, I got to see the food. See 5 foods to make quick, healthy meals. See, I like that idea, the kind of almost listicle and kind of vegan diet improvement. But you know what you need to kind of do to really pop something off is if you really want to go there, because I'm assuming this is an all vegan channel, is to make a vegan for meat lovers kind of like food thing. Like, because I'm a meat lover, right? Like I'm sorry, I just love meat. But if you were to show me 5 meals that even a meat lover would love from a vegan standpoint, that could have some really cool cross appeal. And the more people you get to watch your videos, the more watch time that it gets, and the more watch history of the people that have watched your videos get. And then YouTube knows how to take that information and then share it to even more people. So the larger group of people you bring in has the larger potential for future growth. I think it'd be awesome if you could do a vegan, even like a challenge, like vegan cooks for a meat lover or something like that. And then have like a reaction to that, and then to tell what it was and how to cook it, and all that sort of thing.
Right. I would also say as well, it looks like in this last thumbnail, you've embraced trying to move away from having yourself in the thumbnail. So keep experimenting with that. And let's see, I want to see if I can find like a final thing to maybe add here.
Can I say on that latest thumbnail too, Travis's advice from before about saturation, I would include that on that one, because the banner stands out more than the food in that case. And I think if the saturation was cranked up on the food and the vibrance, that could really help.
So these are the most popular videos. I can't believe that. Hang on. Have I done this wrong? Hang on, is that right? So those were the most popular videos? Okay. So you've done a lot of videos and I think a year's worth of content, and the video with the most views is 200 right now. which I would be personally disappointed with that, considering how much effort you seem to be putting into the content. So I think some radical tests and ideas is certainly in your future moves as well. Maybe what is dietary fat? Maybe the titles just are not niche enough to be discovered a little bit. I might be thinking there. So yeah, rabbit food fitness. I hope you found some useful advice there for that one on your channel. So
what we also need to do, Rob, is
what's that?
We have 700 people watching, which is great.
Woo!
But we only have 200 thumbs up. I think we need to do like an awkward silence or something to encourage people to hit those thumbs up. What are we doing?
I'll tell you what. Okay, here's what we do. If we can get a significant number of thumbs up in the next couple of minutes, all I'm going to say is #savage. Some of you know what that's going to mean, and if you want to know what that means, then give us some thumbs up now.
We should set a number. Do you think like what 300?
Nah, because Dan, people just. You play with fire when you do that. Yeah, just give us some likes. Just
any amount of likes.
I'm going to do Bob Geldof now, although I'm not going to swear. Give us your likes now. And that's my best Irish accent. Right, let's go to this wacky one. Thank you for memeing me in the most grotesque way possible. Nurse with a gun. All right, I love the channel ban. Oh, hang on.
11.
Are we okay here? Yeah, I think we're all right. I just saw one thumbnail which looks a little weird. A nurse with a gun. I love the channel banner. Gives you like a lot of personality, a new vibe here. You're a new channel. It looks like a gaming channel, or that's like the roots, because we've seen some Fortnite stuff. Game Girl Gamer, which is great. What are we thinking, Dan, here?
Yeah, so 4 months ago there was a video, and then started to pick up more recently. Okay, so it looks like Fortnite Season 2 Battle Pass. I see the red circle there. Was that a live stream? I think just at first glance, I would say the thumbnails are. It's hard to know what it is. You know what I mean? There's a yellow background, and then some faces and some objects and things like that. Like you have the laptop and the webcam and the microphone, things like that. Improve your mixer stream, 90 tips. I guess that one makes sense, but I'm looking at some of these, and it looks like there might be some gameplay videos here that are being obscured by a yellow background, rather than having the game be like at the forefront of that.
Yeah, I'm looking at this thumbnail in particular as a kind of a situation where it probably doesn't give me enough reason to click. There's not enough tension or intrigue in this video. Like, I can see you're wearing a nurse's hat, but beyond don't do this, I think there needs to be something of a lot more tease in there if you can, and as long as it's, I guess, safe for work type of thumbnail. But yeah, just seeing this thumbnail by itself in like 24 hours and you pointing at it, don't do this. I don't know if I would be compelled enough to click on that thumbnail. Don't get me wrong, the actual design of a thumbnail is pretty good, but I think the storytelling is lacking a little bit there. And yeah, we think it's about gaming, but we're not entirely sure what, other than this latest one of Fortnite going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Travis, Travis, quick question to you, like maybe about personality and merging that with a gaming channel. I feel as if we get a really strong sense of what the channel might be about here, but then I guess maybe through lack of experience and volume of content yet, the channel hasn't quite found where they want to go with this.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the name is awesome, and it's one of the things you won't forget.
Yeah,
and we talk about that all the time. I talk about like you need to have a name you won't forget. So she loves gaming, Netherlands, streamer on Mixer. So I think it's important to kind of understand what value you can give. But I also am cool with, like, when you're first starting out, just trying different things and see what works.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, we've seen this before where someone will try something and it doesn't work, and then they try one random thing and it works, and then they double down on that. Like we had the NVIDIA Shield guy, where it just blew his channel up. So it's like, when you're new, try everything. And if something something snaps, then go for it. But don't expect to be able to do all the things all the time and kind of grow in any significant way. The chances of that are just very slim nowadays.
And one more thing from me, the most popular video on this channel right now is a tutorial. And to begin with, for search intent, growing an audience, sometimes giving value back to your audience in terms of tutorials, and then you can do all of the fun stuff in your actual video content. That's where you might want to start. Thank you, though, for the meme. We will go and have a look at some hashtag channel audits soon, but we have one more pre-selected channel to look at, and it is Jared Magers or Magers. Apologies if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. First of all, nice channel banner. Love the cartoon effect there. We get the idea that you're a photographer, which is cool. Thumbnails, wow. Yeah. Phenomenal. These are amazing.
You know what this
You're
reminds me of?
operating a channel of hundreds of thousands of subscribers when it comes to just the thumbnails. Sorry, Travis, I'm cutting you off here. Go ahead.
Who does this remind you of when we had this very same kind of experience?
ASM Mag UK.
No. Same kind of neat. We came across this person's channel. They had incredible thumbnails. I gushed over them. Then they ended up blowing up. And now this lady is doing very well for herself.
Oh, Leela.
Yeah. So, and by the way, same stuff, Adobe Premiere stuff. I want to just say that I watched one of his videos, and he actually did some of the same things that she did, like some of the hologram stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And his quality of video matches his quality of thumbnail. So in other words, you're not getting something amazing in the thumbnail and then just kind of in the video. This guy's going to do very well, assuming that he sticks with it, which I think he should have. Of course, he's only been doing it for a month. Assuming he sticks with it, this channel will blow up. First of all, a month in and almost 200 subscribers is crazy. Pretty crazy. But his level of quality here is going to help him win. To be in this for just over a month and have a video with almost 600 views on it is pretty nuts. And I remember, so he has a video that's an hour old. I watched part of that Instagram video, has 11 views. I remember when I was a month old, 11 views took like a week. I mean, it took forever. I'm like, listen, Mom, I need you to do me a favor and hit this video a couple times and send it over.
So that's how Travis now has 50,000 subscribers.
Yeah. At the end of the day, like I think big things for Jared. The one thing we don't really know in the banner and stuff is like, okay, what am I going to get out of this? What does it say in the about page?
Yeah. A little. You are right about that a little bit there. Not much in the about section.
Okay. Yeah. So I think now there's a play here. We talked about this before, where Leela was the niche and Leela was kind of the value proposition, and Jared could be that guy. Every once in a while you come across someone who has like the it factor.
Yeah. And
I think he has some tweaking to do in some of the production, like his audio level in his last video for him speaking was kind of low. But having said that, I was very impressed. And I think just tweaking a couple of things and just continuing down this path, he's going to win. He's got the thumbnails down. He's got the art down. He's got the editing down. Like, this guy has obviously come from somewhere and has a background in like video production or something.
Looks that way.
Can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is going to be like out of left field, but one of the comments or questions we get a lot in Discord and on YouTube comments is, what can I use to edit videos on mobile? And since you're doing these types of videos anyway, you could have an audience to tap into there.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's proven by his Instagram story. That's the most popular one. Like I was going to say, make like a series of videos on how to make better Instagram video content. That could become a little niche to begin with. And I would just finally say this, and then Travis, Dan, chime in. At the moment, you're putting in like 99% of the work, and you're getting a 1% payout. So just realize at the moment that it's going to be hard graft. You're going to be really frustrated that, I'm only getting like 20 views on this video that recently came out. But at some point, if you continue to do this, one of those, two of those videos is going to pop, and then you'll start to see that payoff going the other way, whereby for the same amount of effort, you're getting tens of thousands of views. I would predict in the next like 12 months, if you continue to do what you're doing.
So Leela had a very similar situation. I think she was around 100. She may have had this many subscribers when we found her last year.
If I'm going to find the channel, if I just do search for
Leela from YouTube, I think. And within a couple of months of her just continuing doing amazing stuff, in less than a year, she's at 6,000 subscribers, and she works with Adobe. Like she
Yeah.
does stuff with Adobe.
For a channel
So-
of that size, is already
Yeah.
working with big people.
I mean, she was working with them with 2,000 subscribers. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, she's just done a great job. She's really worked hard at her craft, and she's an amazing person as well. Definitely a friend. And I don't know. I would definitely look at Leela if I were you to kind of get some inspiration. If you're not aware of her, she's pretty amazing. So yeah, definitely. I see the same thing in you that I see in her, and it's grinding and getting it.
Okay, go live. Let's see if we're back now. So I'm going live now on my Streamlabs.
And back. There we go.
All right. Sorry about that, everyone. We just lost you for a second there, but hopefully not too many people left. I was just saying that we've concluded our pre-selected channels to audit and some of the Twitter ones. I just wanted to quickly go through the super chats again. And we have some super chats from, where did we get to? Driving Simulator. So your 19 of whatever that currency was, and the sunglasses smiley. Thank you. The Creators Cup. We just audited that channel. We use your methods to grow so far, and it's been great. Should all the videos be unlisted? In our case, some short B-roll clips. If they're not adding any value to your channel, and you can unlist them, I guess. But I think if they're part of your YouTube journey, I would leave them in. Thank you, My Gaming Clips, for the $2 worth of super chats there. A podcast. Sorry, we don't do channel audits based on super chats, as we say at the very top of our channel audits. And Moto Quine, you are more than welcome for the advice that we offered to you. We put that in the about section, but should we include it in the channel banner too? So yeah, I would say the value proposition should be in your channel banner, because less people get to the about section. And the about section is as much to do with meta and search in data, because YouTube does index that area, as much as if people are actually going to read it. All right, I think we're back now. So where do we go next? How much savagery did we have in the chat? Is anybody looking for savageness?
There was a lot at one point, and then lots of confusion after that.
All right, shall we show people what savage is then? Who wants a somewhat different channel audit? Let us know in the channel chat now.
Be very clear about this. You're getting no type of value out.
You will be roasted.
Well, I think we found the perfect person to audit here. One of our original gangsters is this guy here. All right, Travis, I have just heard the doorbell. Can you go answer the door?
Yeah, I'll go get it. Generic Waffle wants this?
Apparently so.
I don't.
Okay.
Oh, no.
All right, so folks, let me just put a disclaimer on here, just as Travis goes to answer the door. The following you here is not endorsed by vidIQ whatsoever. Please don't take any of his advice as serious, because your channel will suffer badly for it. With all that being said, though, hey, Savage, you here?
I'm here. What do you want? Listen, I was trying to eat some of these burgers and these barbecues. I saw the channel earlier with the barbecue. I started making a barbecue sandwich.
Savage, thank you very much for joining us.
Yes.
This is, I don't know why, but due to some weird popular demand, although I completely am against this, you've been called back in to do another channel audit. We brought one up for you here.
Your last check bounced.
What, we pay you?
Yep.
That's news to me.
What?
So, like, generic waffle here. This channel, one of our original viewers here on the live stream, where we always love his username. Looks as if I've got really good thumbnails. What would you say to channel generic waffle here as a channel?
Is generic waffle the thing you go to the dollar store to get? Those type of waffles? Because I don't eat those. It's Eggos or nothing. Generic waffle.
So, all right. So you're kind of saying that this is like a generically branded channel, and maybe they need to change that.
I mean, let's be real here for a second. Who actually eats generic waffles? No one that you want to speak with. They are tragic people. People that have generic waffles for breakfast is tragic. Just don't eat waffles. Let's be honest about this for a second, generic waffle. I want you to think about this. If you know someone that actually eats generic waffles, do you really want to deal with them on a daily basis? I think not. So let me take a look at your channel.
Let's get off the channel name. What do you think about the barcode?
Every Friday, barcode schmarcode. I don't know nothing about the barcode. I see that she said, this person says they eat games. Congratulations. That's not good for you. Let me take a look at some of these videos. 2019, the year in review. Well, 2019 was last year, and no one cares about the 2019 year in review. We don't care. The monthly movement. Oh, the monthly moment. I'm sorry. The monthly movement is what I do every so often after I have my.
All right. Yeah. Just move on from that.
The worst ice bucket challenge fail ever. 2017 called and they want their video back. I don't understand why we're doing this. Why would you even bother?
I think you'll find the ice bucket challenge was 2014 there. Savage,
even worse.
Much older.
Even worse. It's terrible. Okay, hold on. Prepare for trouble. Fran Bow Part 8. I wouldn't watch the first 7 parts. Why would I watch Part 8? I don't know what this is all about. Let me take a look at one more thing before I get out of here. Satan's such a bad guy after all. Really? How did you figure that?
Follow him, don't you?
Unbelievable. Satan is my neighbor, to be honest. I want to tell you that he doesn't cut his grass. And then, of course, lastly, and of course, leastly, is how to lower enthusiast achievement. What does that even? What are you? Listen, I need egos. I'm tired of this generic waffleage. I'm done. You've been savaged.
All right, as ever, thank you, Savage. That was as useless as you always are, and you have lowered our viewer count by around about 50. So please clear off my live stream, and we'll maybe talk to you later on if anybody else, God forbid, wants to actually get a channel audited from you. Right, what we're going to do next is the magic 8-ball of decisions. This is how this part of the channel audit works. How many submissions have we got this week? I have no idea. 485, which is incredible as always. What I do is I take that number, I stick it in here, and then the magic 8-ball will decide which channel we audit next. And
which
that is
gaming channel?
Channel 212. Yeah, this is where we get a lot of gaming channels, because we do get a lot. I mean, if you're interested, actually,
channel random select thing is what we call it.
Yeah, if you're interested, so we got a summary here, another insider bit of information here. Where's the? It used to do a summary. Where did?
Yeah, that's right there.
There used to be graphed like a bar chart.
I know what you're talking about. Where did that go?
Hang on. Here we go. No, that's not it. This is good for live stream, isn't it? No. Right, forget about that. It's not working. Great. Lovely. So I'm going to take this channel. I'm going to stick it here. And we're going to audit here. So this is Monica D. But just before we audit the channel, we've got another Magic 8-ball here, which we can ask questions to. So I'm going to ask this Magic 8-ball, is Monica's channel good right now? Oh, yes. There we go. Awesome. So why is it good? We're going to put this to Dan first. Since I'm just going to say anime is a little bit like gaming.
This is not my expertise at all, but it does look like you're doing something right, because your videos reach the thousands of views a lot.
Yeah,
you're over 3,000 subscribers, and let's see. Can we scroll down a bit?
Sure.
The thumbnails seem consistent, at least. I like that the characters are nice and big. I think that is going to draw a lot of people's attention when they're searching. I don't know. I know these are games. I just don't play them, and I don't know anything about them or their niche at all. So for specific advice for you, I can't be super helpful. I don't know what DDLC is.
Let's just do a quick search on that. DDLC mods. It's some type of anime game. There's a Minecraft version there. That's interesting.
And there's your channel towards the top there too. That's good.
Yeah, so it's a popular subculture of gaming we can see here.
Yeah, so you've chosen a niche.
Yeah, and it's kind of one of those where we'd really want to watch a video to try and understand what's going on. But I don't want to, just because I'm a little hesitant of the content here. I always am a little bit with anime. I can get a bit risque very quickly.
Apparently, horror dating sim, which I didn't know was such a thing.
Oh, so a dating anime game.
Not a horror dating sim. By the way,
all right,
I've been on some horror dates. I wouldn't make a video game about it, I'll tell you that.
Is that still Savage there who's talking? Anyway, the channel's doing really well, isn't it? I mean, the view counts and near subscribers. Whenever you talk about like mods within a game, and Dan, you talk about this a lot, where you find like the little niche areas of a game, which is a lot to do with mods and things, you can really find some success. And this channel's doing that on a very regular basis. Mm-hmm. And as you say, when they've simplified the thumbnails, like these are a bit more more complicated and chaotic. They've removed the text mostly. It's all about the emotion of the characters, and those seem to do well. I mean, this one as an example. The fact that there's this, you can see somebody smiling, somebody has a little bit of fear in their eyes. That's telling a bit of a story in a thumbnail, and I think that's one of the reasons why this video has been more popular than the other ones.
Yeah, I do think that this channel is doing great work just at first glance, and I would encourage this person to continue for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. This gets a confetti of joy for me. Just keep doing what you're doing, generally speaking.
I was going to suggest that this is a confetti of joy gaming channel if I've ever seen one.
Very good. All right, Dan, have you got a question to ask our Magic 8 Ball?
No, the 8 Ball's dead on. That was kind of scary. I'm a bit afraid of it, actually.
Any question from you, Travis?
What's the meaning of life?
Reply hazy and
That's a very appropriate answer.
That's your answer to that. All right, let's go back to this 340. I haven't forgotten the channel audit thing, by the way. I am going to go into that soon. Next channel is about memes. Let's take a look at this one.
I'm worried about our YouTube meter, our 759 people that are watching, because more than one person has asked to be savage, and I'm scared for our future.
No surprise there. We'll probably have to do a savage special or something. Meme monarchy, where a savage special where the actual discount is you pay 150% more of a price. Anyway, magnificent memes. This guy's got just under 20 subscribers, and it looks like you're doing meme compilations. Nothing wrong with that. Views getting more than subscribers, which is good. I guess my question is going to be, if you're building an audience out of this, just be careful of YouTube and their reuse type of thing, and like, are you duplicating content? Is it transformational? Are you adding anything to the original stuff? Or if you're just getting compilations, you might fall into trouble down the line potentially. However, I think you're doing like this will be like popcorn content, where there's a new thing that's on screen every 10-20 seconds, which is really going to work with a certain audience who want that type of thing. What else can we add, Dan or Travis?
I don't know how to do a meme channel. I see videos like this just throughout YouTube. Like, you'll search for something and then you'll find a compilation video of a bunch of like memes of that thing. But yeah, I've never known the strategy behind that. And I'm just kind of impressed that someone's kind of committing to it to this level. I always thought, oh, that's probably someone who put one video up, they thought it'd be fun, and they'd move on. Yeah. This person seems to be starting recently, and they're serious about making these compilations.
Yeah, which is fine. It's like you're going to be tailoring that niche. And so on. I just worry about whether this is going to be content that you can continue to use if the channel really blows up. I don't know what the landscape's there really. I guess you can argue fair use, that type of thing.
You almost definitely won't be able to monetize it, as YouTube has said multiple times, and including even more recent updates, that reuse content is not monetizable.
And there might be well-established channels that are monetized, and then you'll say, yeah, but they can do it and they can do it. But we're just talking about the landscape now of what you're potentially facing in the future, so just be aware of that. Thumbnails seem generally okay, and like you're using the same title every single time, and I think that's probably going to reinforce itself over time. So generally okay stuff there.
Maybe you can niche these down. So like I see there's Batman and the Incredibles in that last thumbnail. Like, what if you took a bunch of Batman memes, if that's what, if you're taking
superhero dank memes type of thing,
right, and make each video about a specific series of memes that you like, instead of just a hodgepodge of like all creeds of meme.
Let's go to the channel audit hashtag, since we now own 2 different hashtags. All right,
there's some real good ones on it, I'll tell you.
All right, the Three Amigos. You see, I would just not bother with the text. Like,
it's
this
good,
is one of those things where we don't need text on this one. And
that's a good one though.
Oh, sorry. Oh dear, that's very good, very good. Travis, you always get that mean, cool look, whereas Dan and I get like silly, smiley faces on them going on. All right. Oi, vidIQ. Leron just made a random appearance.
I'm at the Leron, somebody.
Oh, dear. Oh, my word. You're right. All right. People have just started photoshopping our faces on like superhero characters. God, where do we start with? Oh, whoa, that's an interesting one.
That's actually a cool one.
Oh, yeah. I do like that one. Dan's a little sinister in the background there. But
whose hands are those? Did you send out a picture with your hands like that?
No, I haven't got one like that.
Someone added hands to it.
I guess that's a good one for certain. There's too many good ones here. We're gonna have to do like a meme special, aren't we? Whereby we just choose
only memes.
audits based on vidIQ memes. All right, we need to choose some. So what are we going to choose here? Right, so we're down to ones that we do recognize.
Yeah, I do see vidIQ turtles a lot. I like that. I like that.
Right, let's do some quick fire ones then. We'll just try and go through as many of these funny ones as we can. Black X Trike. Funnily enough, on Sims stuff, live streaming.
Okay.
You would almost think that it's more of a first-person shooter name, and then you're like, Sims.
Yeah, I thought the same there. Yeah, good point.
I'm like, Black X Strike, yeah!
Sims.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I do. I've been seeing The Sims 4 popping up again. I think they had a big update, and it's making me want to play again really bad. So League of Legends and The Sims are two completely different worlds.
Yeah, that's a problem there, isn't it? And it's all live streams as well, mostly. Oh no, there's some tutorials hidden.
I like that. I like that you're mixing in tutorials with your streams. But yeah, I think when it comes to switching genres of games to like completely two different fields, you kind of want to start analyzing which ones are resonating with your audience more. And I would stick to at least one thing for an extended period of time and then swap over to something else. Because when you pivot a gaming channel, it's tough when you leave a genre and go to a whole different thing.
So we're saying basically, if you're gonna pivot to connected content, I would say try and move away from live streams a little bit and like more video on demand content, and take out live stream from a text. I just don't think that's really working for you generally. There,
it is taking something away. You could communicate that in a much smaller little just live bubble at the bottom, if anything.
Yeah.
Because you have live in the title as well.
Yeah, nice thumbnails, though. I say. Sorry, I'm trying to move on a little bit because I want to try and get through as many of these as possible. We liked this one as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
With crazy hands and stuff. So Halloween Charlie.
Nice.
This is probably going to be a really difficult video channel to.
But you know
keep
what?
People interested throughout the year.
It fits.
Yeah.
The theme fits. It's like scary games. Stuff like that. This fits in every single way, whether or not it's for us and we're like, it fits. And the fact that you've themed this up really well, if someone comes here, they look at it, they're going to know they're going to get horror games and stuff. I think that's awesome. I think this is exactly what you need to be thinking about. They don't pivot from like, I don't know,
Sims. Legends to The Sims.
Yeah, to like a horror game. Like this is just straight up horror games. And
cool thumbnails. Really cool.
Yeah, the thumbnails are great. Very little text. Unnecessary because most of the time it doesn't need it. I just think that they've done a really great job here with the thumbnails. And then in the titles, you need to make sure, and I can't tell if all of these have the game titles in them, just make sure that somewhere in the title the game name is in there.
Yeah, Dan, I'm seeing a bit of Friday Night at Freddy from the imagery, but like, can you tell what games these are? Other than this Boris Dark Survival one, this is really explicit as to what it is.
Only some of them can I tell what game it is, but I don't play a lot of horror games.
Yeah, so it's kind of like storytelling horror games, and I think, as we said, the thumbnails are phenomenal, fantastic, but for whatever reason, you're just not maybe getting enough. I'm not going to say not enough clicks, but maybe not enough exposure. So how do you improve that? And maybe it is a titling strategy that is perhaps a little nuanced, perhaps a little too storytelling without being explicit enough about what the games are. Maybe I am spitballing a little bit here because it's difficult to advise on a channel that just has such good thumbnails, but not getting the clicks.
Yeah, I think it comes down to what makes your horror game channel different than so many others. Because every niche is going to have some competition, but this one in particular is a lot. Yeah. So you may want to think about doing videos that's like a review of a new horror game and then dive into a let's play of it, which in another series.
All right, we got a cat and a dog meme here, so we'll quickly do.
Those are both cats, I thought.
I thought it was was it? Yeah, it might have been. Big Daddy, 7 subscribers. You've just joined YouTube. Wow, fantastic thumbnails for just joining on YouTube. Really like them. You've been on YouTube for a week, and it looks as if you're jumping around games a little bit, which is all right, but it looks as if it's horror survival stuff, all of them, which I think is good from that point of view. But yeah, really nice ones. And see, what I'd be thinking about here, Dan, is that let's not really talk about The Last of Us from 7 years ago. I would be jumping onto The Last of Us Part 2 and consuming every little ounce of information you can get from that video, that game, as it's being released in a couple of months.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of channels right now that are doing Animal Crossing rundowns because that game's about to release, but they've been doing it since the announcement. Yeah. And they've already established themselves as Animal Crossing channels, even though the game isn't out for another few weeks. So you could be getting on top of a game that's not even out by just covering it at every angle possible.
Yeah, love the thumbnails though. Really like the thumbnails there. And I don't know, should we condone animal violence?
It's animal on animal violence. We had nothing to do with it.
All right, yeah, I guess so. And this is Jaffa Cake. You got 29 subscribers, and you look as if you are another gaming channel. So 2 weeks ago, again, I'd say they're good thumbnails, but they're all over the shop. They look completely different to one another. Feel like you're using templates in a lot of these, which is fine, but you're using a different template every time.
Maybe I should just look it up on my own, but I recognize this best record setting OBS thumbnail, and I don't.
So yeah, is that Muaz?
I don't want to accuse anyone of anything without searching for it myself.
It's been done before. If you remember, I found one of my thumbnails on another channel.
Yeah, right. That was great.
Yeah, that is the exact same thumbnail as a video that has 46,000 views.
Yeah, so don't do that.
Oh, sorry. It's the same one?
Yeah.
Oh, you shouldn't do that. It's literally text. It's not like you couldn't have replicated something in some way without taking from someone else. By the way, some people don't know you actually can get a copyright takedown or strike on thumbnails.
Yeah, you can.
Mm-hmm. So you might want to change that.
Anything about the channel? It looks as if they're jumping from game to game on every single video. So trying to keep consistency there a bit.
I would decide where you're going because we're bouncing from tutorials to different games that are in different
personalities
genres
as well. KSI.
Yeah. So are you a vlog channel that covers events like that? Are you a gaming channel? I would take a hard look at the way you want to approach YouTube and kind of assess where you'd like to be.
All right, and were there any other funny ones that we quickly looked at? We had to do a Free Amigos one. I mean, we can't not do that one. And then we'll get back to some more submissions then. No Time Gamer NTG. There's a lot going on there. All right. Thumbnails are very consistent, so we know that it's this channel. They're doing reviews on games. So every single game is different. Nothing necessarily wrong with that, but just remember there's going to be 1,000 of review channels out there, and how are you going to be different from GameSpot or IGN, the big gaming review channels? You're doing some listicles here though, which is interesting. Top 10 time-wasting game elements for busy gamers. So
4 minutes
like
ago.
An element of
4 minutes ago.
Just so launched it while this live stream's on, which is
you got captions too.
Captions there, yeah.
Always good.
I generally like the thumbnails. Trying to add maybe. So I think your value proposition is that you're trying to review games for people who don't have much time. And I'm kind of one of them. I used to be somebody who'd get into Final Fantasy VII. I just don't have the time to do that now. And I want to play something where it's very quick action, collectibles, that type of thing. So I like where you're going with that potential value prop.
Yeah, it says right there, reviews, content for the, scroll up again. For the busy gamer. Yeah. I like it.
I think the one thing I would say is that Untitled Goose Game, and it's good to do these reviews anyway on older games, but it is an older game now, and you want to be, when you're reviewing games, you want to be on top of what's coming out.
Yeah, if you can be,
the second you can. That's the best advice I can give to a review channel.
Yeah, so there was PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye both playing this game a couple of months ago. That would have been the opportunity.
Yes, precisely. But it's good to start somewhere, especially if you're just kind of trying to get your chops, on YouTube. So games that are relatively new, that's still a relatively new game. It's not that old. But I wouldn't expect to get it massively discovered.
Yep. All right, thank you for that. Thank you for your Twitter submissions. We might get back to some more, but I can see that we're not running out of time, but we've got minutes left now rather than hours. So we'll try and audit some more channels as best we can. Afro Political TV. Okay, so this looks like a channel about news in Africa. I'm going to cautiously say... From the value prop, there's maybe a bit too much going on there. However, this looks as if it might be from an actual television station and you're repurposing your content onto YouTube, which is all right. What are we seeing here? Any thoughts, gentlemen? Thumbnails are interesting. They're a little contrasty, changing from one to the other.
If they are, in fact, a TV station that's reusing content like that, I've seen a lot of channels do that with a lot of success, and I have to say their thumbnails are not nearly this complicated. It's usually a screenshot of maybe the reporter or just the picture of what's going on in the story, and then just a little banner at the bottom, and that seems to work for those channels. Like just some offhand advice if that's what's going on here.
Mm-hmm. Anything from you, Travis, on this one?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's only a month old, so another one. So I would expect something like this for a month old, 17 subscribers, like we talked about earlier. There's another, channel with a lot more. That makes more sense. Yeah, you just have to figure out in your niche, like what people are looking for, which it looks like you're looking for different news stories. And the funny thing is, I don't think you need to necessarily go kind of, I call these like YouTube-y thumbnails. I think if you're doing news stories, they should look more news stories.
Mm-hmm.
Have that, I guess, authenticity and trust perhaps a little behind them. Yeah.
Yes.
Very small sample size, but your most popular videos are listicles. 10 things, 5 ways. Those have the most views. So some little some educational format there seems to be working for your channel. But yeah, I think generally a solid start with the volume of content that you have now. Let's pick another one. 239. And then I'm going to have to change the submission count. I think this is somebody gave us a super chat, but that was completely random, insane, and yeah, or is it? No, I think I'm being. That username looks familiar. Anyway, 4,000 subscribers, but view counts which are way below that. So what we tend to feel here is if there's either metric manipulation or there's a video that's been super popular on your channel and then you haven't really followed it up. No, it's not really with a breakout view count there. Although Roblox is the most viewed one, so any Robloxy type content seems to be more popular than anything else, which would again push us to say niche down to that type of content. Dan, gaming thoughts here?
Yeah, no, you took the words out of my mouth. I think if Roblox is something you are excited about doing, it seems to do pretty well on your channel, and I would definitely stick to that because it's kind of the rest of the content. I don't want to say the word off-putting because it's not off-putting. It's just it distracts me from an otherwise pretty good Roblox channel.
Yeah, so they are. It looks as if they are a low Roblox channels ostensibly now, as I see all of his latest thumbnails. But yeah, it's
not bad thumbnails.
I was going to say the text and the punchy colours. I kind of lose what I should be focusing on. Like this one here with a railway track, that is far more effective than some of the other ones, such as this helicopter one where the buildings are over the helicopter itself a little bit, and then Prison Showdown, which doesn't seem to connect, and the Valentine's update. There's all sorts of different things going on there, whereas this one looks like a money train robbery, and I get that almost like instantly.
Yeah, I like the one at the bottom there. It says dream, and the text is covered up by a very long timestamp, which means that was probably a live stream. Yeah, but yeah, I think it's a bit all over the place. You got some good thumbnails, which you could definitely replicate that success, and yeah, you have your game. I would start niching down.
All right, Travis, I'm guaranteeing what number was that? I'm guaranteeing a non-gaming channel.
Okay.
Don't do that.
So there's you.
Oh, it's a disclosure channel, whatever that means. So here we go.
It's a game.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding.
God. It probably is. Oh no, it's a foreign language channel. There's some Guitar Hero there.
Where's some little food?
All right. So what is this channel about?
He's pivoting to a gaming channel just as we start to look at it.
Is it a channel
just to spite you, Travis?
This looks like a channel about everything you can do on YouTube.
It does, yeah.
It could be a travel channel,
food,
ASMR, maybe. I see a microphone anyway.
Yeah. So is this just like a personal vlog channel? A little bit. I mean, in saying that, look at the views on some of these: 800, 400.
The thumbnails are nice too.
Yeah, 1,500. So you're getting some peaky stuff like when you travel. It seems to be good. I can translate this, so let's do that. So traveling, and then a bit about some history on Leonardo da Vinci.
Why are so many people saying we haven't said nothing about Savage? Why are so many people in the chat doing hashtag Savage? Literally, we've not talked about it for like 30 minutes.
It's a massive ripple effect on that character.
Very strange. It's very weird.
So yeah, what do we think then? I mean, does this guy just need to make 100 videos and then work out if travel, food, Guitar Hero is a niche and then nail down that? Because views, well, the subscribe button seems to be broken as well on that one. This is a weird channel. Oh, it's because I've translated it, that's why.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have they hidden their subscriber count?
They think they I didn't think they had.
Hey, ciao.
I don't know. Something seems to have just gone a little wrong on this page.
Huh. Well, I could say I don't even translate it. I don't know what the channel's about.
Yeah. So to summarize, good thumbnails. You're doing, as Dan said, I think you put this best. This is a whole of YouTube channel. Ultimately, you're going to maybe niche down into one of these areas. You've got solid audience from what's been watched here. Maybe just after 50 to 100 videos, decide what you want to do going forward. What are we up to? 526. Right, I need to change this to include those last 40 channels that have submitted. Okay, sets. We're now on 29. We're going way back down the list here. I did guarantee that it wouldn't be a gaming channel, Travis, but we just didn't know what channel it was at all, generally speaking. Now, this one is Land Space Architecture. This feels like we've audited the channel before, but the thumbnails seem completely different. So, urban design representation. So this feels like one of these really niche areas of YouTube about a very specific type of, I guess, work environment, like architecture, that type of thing, which can very quickly get a bit dry as a subject on YouTube. But this channel with nearly 2,000 subscribers and some healthy views here and there seem pretty good. This is an interesting challenge in terms of thumbnails, isn't it? Because usually we might say that you need to simplify these a little bit, but they are like architectural drawings of whatever they want to cover, and maybe they need that there, like this video here. Yeah, so this is what I also thought as well, just looking a bit more. My guess is that some of these videos are being viewed off of YouTube on like an external website or maybe in a Reddit, which means that you have a lot less engagement on YouTube itself, which creates kind of an organic growth challenge. Any thoughts here?
This is really good views.
Yeah, really good views. Yeah, it's hard to know though exactly where the views are coming from. Again, could be on a blog post somewhere, could be on a forum, could be boosted. Like, we don't know, so it's hard to know. The problem with something like this is when you look at it and you go, okay, well, this is getting the most amount of views, to try to give you an idea of what to do if you've artificially inflated them, or if they're on a blog post or something like that, then it's not giving you the right information to help you grow organically. So if you have those type of videos, it just does make it harder for us to give you good advice. I mean, it looks like you're doing well, and whatever you're doing, you should do more of, because it's very possible that people who watch this type of content don't leave comments. Totally possible. But even then, you generally would see more kind of thumbs up or thumbs down or whatever.
Rare occasion. I just want to see a quick video. Watch a bit of it. So it looks as if they're actually. It's almost like a time lapse of similar to art channels where they're constructing something and allowing you to see it. So I think to get this to have a little more exposure on YouTube, with only 6 comments but 700 views, is maybe like how to do certain things in Photoshop for architects. I think that might be a potential route to go down for this channel if they want more organic growth on YouTube, because it's a search engine and maybe people aren't finding your content on YouTube, but there is an opportunity to do that with this stuff. we're going to choose another one here, 270, and then maybe we'll get back to some more Twitter stuff, and then maybe Savage might make another appearance. I'm not entirely sure about that.
And literally, people are begging to be roasted.
It's Flaws, 200 subscribers. Boom, love your face in there. Come on, getting the YouTuber pose in there. And we have more reactions on your thumbnails, but I am going to say the text is a bit too much. It's weird in that it's really big and chunky, but yet at the same time, because of the color of it or the way the font you're using, it's not that easy to read on all of these thumbnails.
Something about the style of these looks kind of cool, but when you get down to it, like it took me a while to realize that was Untitled Goose Game, you know, in the middle there. Some of these games I still have no idea.
We don't know what the games are. It's the reaction and the text is just dominating, isn't it? Too much, I would say.
Yeah, I think you'll find that your reaction in there is not bad. I wouldn't discourage that, but you'll find a lot more clicks if the game is a little more present in these.
Yeah, so a sacrifice maybe need to be made. Is it going to be for text or you? And we would always gravitate towards maybe trying to get rid of the text a bit if you can for your videos. We, as you say, Dan, we're not sure what the games are. It's like Untitled Goose, then Modern Warfare is there. I don't know what game that is. Modern Warfare a little bit more.
I'm seeing a lot of first-person shooters, which is it's a niche for sure. Yeah. But yeah, kind of random to throw Untitled Goose Game in there if you're a first-person shooter channel. But it's good to test things too if you want to try it. But yeah, I think that'd be my simplest advice. It would seem that your titles. I don't know.
I think I guess the challenge for this channel is that it's storytelling of their journey in games, and because they haven't got like the authority or audience set, it might be difficult for people to come into their content. Whereas again, we go back to this a lot. As a smaller channel, tutorials and giving value to the viewers tends to be more successful there generally. Let's see if most popular gives us any indication. Now, so we haven't really had a breakthrough video yet on the channel, so I think maybe some tutorial stuff within what you're talking about may be of assistance.
Yeah, I agree.
Do I dare go back to... Right, what are we going to do? Let's do... since I say channel audits is the official one, there's a lot of... Nice.
Yeah.
Hey now. Well, do we want to encourage such
I don't think you want to encourage that.
I mean, thank you, but yeah, I like.
We get the idea. We like it, but maybe we don't want to encourage that. Star Warsy one there, nice. So Max Tech Channels has come back since I did use that as an example last week. I think. Oops, sorry, I've clicked on the wrong link. That's gonna.
Did you actually Inception? Did you actually review the channel last week or no?
I don't think he did because he posted it so late.
Oh,
I don't think so. I want to have a quick look at the channel.
I thought we did, but I don't remember now.
Sneaky, including the subscribe link there.
I feel like did we?
Oh, we talked about the watch. I remember that. Yeah, we did. So we did order that channel last week.
We prompted a change because there is an update, and I'm going to credit us with that update.
Yeah. Hopefully it's a positive update. All right, let's get back to some more tweets. We've already seen that one. There you are, Dan. Do you like being Incredible Hulk?
Dan Smash.
That's
Dan.
Venom's
That's Venom Gaming. Yeah, he just does them because he's a lovely chap. So it's not really sticking out there.
I like the Star Wars one.
I mean, I'm tempted to do the Star Wars one.
I think maybe the Star Wars one.
All right then. Okay, let's do that one. So it's this one. The channel has to be about Star Wars.
Oh,
wow, good, well done. All them Star Wars. So first of all, if this is your own art, wow. Incredible. If it's not, and you're looking at a cartoon of some kind, a Star Wars cartoon, then that's perfectly fine as well. If it is your own art, let the art do the talking rather than any text. It's in a foreign language, which makes it a bit of a challenge for us. Okay, I'm gonna have to translate this, see if I can work out if it is your own art. Fan to fan. So it's like fan art stuff from the channel. What are we thinking? What are we thinking?
Yeah, is it fan art or is there? Oh man, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's definitely a Star Wars channel. That much is clear. But are these like reviews of shows, or
I think I think it's just looking at the Star Wars art culture. Like there's is this a review of a trailer for a new Star Wars one, and then the Rise of Kylo Ren. I don't know if
a comic book.
Yeah, and if you're reading comics that have been done, make sure you get the permission of a person who's done it. If it's like official stuff, and you may be walking on the lines of copyrights. But it all seems generally good in terms of like being a niche within Star Wars content, I would say. And they've been around for 2 months, so like we've done a lot of content already, which is good to see as well.
Meaning of the colors of lightsabers. That's kind of cool. Got some decent views. That one's pretty clear to me, which I like. Some of these, it's kind of, is it trailers, is it reviews of trailers?
I'm just going to sort by most popular. See if you can get anything else from there. Yeah, we're a little. I mean, we get it. It's about Star Wars fan art, but maybe there needs to be a niche within that, like looking at comics all of the time, or looking at people's drawings. Or I'm losing. Any other thoughts? I want to like this channel, but I guess I don't know enough about it. I'm not really following what's going on in the channel.
So it looks like it's trying to go through some of the lore and different aspects of the story. And there's a lot to go over. Like it's deep. Like everything in Star Wars is deep. And there's also this problem with Star Wars that there's going to be kind of a lull between now and anything else Star Wars related that's new. Because Mandalorian is off until later this year. And then, of course, the next movie isn't for a while. So people are having to kind of dig into stuff. Now, I think the last Clone Wars animated series is about to release, or it may have been released.
Yeah.
In case I would heavily talk about the lore of that, because that's what people will be searching for. I mean, I haven't watched any of the Clone Wars, and now that I know that the end is here, I might actually go back and watch it. So you might want to do stuff like that.
The trending Star Warsy stuff essentially is what we want to be looking at. Yeah. All right, let's try #channel audit one more time. And
That's a great one.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the.
That's a really good one.
That's the humdinger. Here's Rob. I guess I'll have to do that first to camera now.
Oh, I like the banner.
Forged Logical. Looks like a gaming channel. A Minecraft gaming channel.
Subscribers. Okay, so we're doing some Minecraft mods. We have domestic pets.
Big chunky text, but I guess it's used effectively in this one. Like you can see it very clearly. You're not really having to work out for a long time what's being told in the thumbnails.
Yeah, it's kind of the opposite of what we'd recommend, right? It's like, oh, use less text, put the game like front and center. But what's funny is like Nether update add-on drew my eye immediately, and without any context other than that, I know exactly what you're covering. So it's kind of, if you're going to use text and you're really going to commit to it, I guess commit to it. Ender Dragon Morph, you've done that a few times. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, it looks like the thumbnails have changed quite a bit. You've adopted a totally different style from a year ago.
Yeah, I was just sorting by most popular to see if there's anything that was really sticking out as stuff to double down on. I mean, it looks like when you do updates, specific updates on stuff, they do well.
Yeah. That always does well, especially in the Minecraft community. With as saturated as Minecraft is, even I've had success with like review videos for Minecraft and on updates. And then you're covering mods too, which is always good. There's a lot of mods for Minecraft. So domestic pets like that are not in the game generally. So that's how I know it's a mod. I don't even need to know any more than that, because you've already put it in the thumbnail, which is nice. I'm
pushing out a lot of content consistently as well, which is good to see. So like any one sort of advice we could drop on this channel, if possible.
Oh, are you? I thought you were about to start giving advice.
No, you.
Well, yeah, I would say you want to stick with what you're doing, but try to break away a little bit from, and maybe not even break away is the right word, because covering the newest updates is great, but try to put some more of these mod reviews in your content schedule, because a lot of people cover the newest update. Everyone has access to it right away, and you're going to be competing with all of those YouTubers. But not everyone's covering this is the first time I've seen this domestic pets mod. So that's saying something. That's really good. try to cover these mods, especially as the mods develop into the later versions of Minecraft. 1.12 has been dominating the mod scene up until very recently. So you could be covering mods from 1.15, soon 1.16, and people are going to be looking for those when they make their mod packs. So you can kind of cater to that side of Minecraft, those people looking for a lot of mods.
I'm going to say it, but I'm going to regret saying it. Savage.
Uh-oh.
See what happens.
You have a link in your Slack.
Oh,
because I am back.
He's back.
Briefly. Because let me tell you something, I'm hungry. Let me look at these channels right quick and got some people
Savage,
to ask.
do you want to read out any of these super chats that we've got here?
Let me see what this super chat says right here. Let me see.
Jaffa Cake here replied to us. Thanks for your
Thanks
advice.
for the advice for the gaming. You should have given us more money. The advice we give you here is worthless. I mean, priceless.
All right, okay.
The 99 cents for the gaming. That's thank you for that. I can't even pay. I mean, there's no taxes you can take from that. 99 cents. I can't buy a candy bar for that. Why'd you even bother? Gaming finds the fine young human being he is for $9.99. Appreciate you for sending us $10 and not saying nothing about it. I appreciate it. Please don't say anything when you give us money. I don't want to read it. Just give me the money.
All right, thank you. All right, let's. So Savage Me, please. All right, we're just gonna. I mean,
a couple minutes left. You need to hurry this along, Rob. You're
all right. Okay. So here we go. First.
Poor Rosa, you ain't got no content. Let's move on.
Yeah, I think I would savage that one. You're right.
Channel sucks. You ain't got no content. Let's move.
All right, next, moving on. Woof, that was a quick one. Here we go. Code Celebration.
Code Celebration. Also, check your Slack because there's some things in there. Code Celebration. I'm celebrating not ever having to look at this again. I'm happy that I'll never have to watch this YouTube channel again. You have 10 subscribers. You should write a letter to each one of them apologizing.
All right, thank you.
All about Minecraft. I guarantee you this is not all about Minecraft. Please look at the channel videos, and I bet you we're going to find some stuff that's not about Minecraft. Look at that. Not about Minecraft. You failed. I would subscribe just to unsubscribe. That's a terrible channel. Let's move along.
You're actually right on that one.
Because
Savage.
I'm so savage, I know how to do this better than Rob, who's been doing this for years.
Slapfish Jr., regular.
I feel like I want to slap a fish when I look at this channel. It's all about tanks but no fish. Why did you get me all hungry thinking about fillet of fish and you're showing me tanks? This is a terrible channel. Let me take a look. 2 days ago, crossing the line. You crossed the line when you made a YouTube channel. I'm done. What's next? One more. Let me do one more. We got one more. I'll do one more. And that's it.
Okay. Well, just hold on.
Who else got some stuff in here? Let me just do one more.
I'll try to get one.
Everyone me in the chat, but they don't want none of this smoke. They say they do, but they don't want it.
Corrupted Pickaxe. What about this one?
Corrupted Pickaxe. Your pickaxe is corrupted, and so is your YouTube channel. It looks like it caught a virus, and you should delete it immediately.
All right. Once again, Savage, get off my live stream. I don't want to ever hear from you ever again.
Say something, Dan.
Corrupted Pickaxe. I'm sorry.
Right. All right, Savage, just 1 second. Grime Finds. We can actually read his message now. Purchased the service in December. And look at that. They've grown by 6 digits in January. Awesome. How amazing is that?
That's awesome.
That's awesome stuff, isn't it?
I
don't care. I got to be honest. I'm hungry. I don't care. I'm sorry.
All right, clear off. And Carfu's Dojo as well with the $2. Unfortunately, we can't read that. But I'm going to play some music now and I'm going to click some buttons to stop sharing because we have come to the end of a phenomenally eventful live stream there, which has been absolutely fantastic. We hope you enjoyed it. It looks like Savage, if you want to do some shout outs to some channels as we say goodbye, you are more than welcome to.
I'd like to shout out KFC for their donut chicken sandwich that I had the other day. It was
KFC is not a channel. Can you keep it on topic, please?
Shout out to all the stream. My eyesight has gone sideways because there's so many people saying Savage in the chat. You're all great people. Thank you very much.
762 people watching right now, Savage. Is there anything that you want to share that's really going to help them for the next week before we do more channel audits?
Follow me on Instagram.com. I'm so savage.
Shut up. Less of a self-promotion.
Right. I'm on Instagram if you want to find me. I'm so savage on Instagram. There you go. Thank you.
There you go. Dan, can you just say something to get Savage off camera?
If your channel was not savaged or reviewed, please check out the vidIQ Discord, vidIQ.com/Discord. You can give advice. You can get advice from fellow creators just like you. Please don't savage each other, because that might get out of hand. But it is a flourishing community of creators, not just gamers, by the way. You can share your thumbnails, A/B test them in there, get advice on titles and descriptions and all kinds of stuff. So please check out the Discord.
Folks, we're starting an amazing movement here. 750 people watching. Incredible. I'm just going to say thanks to a few shout-outs here that include Hugo, Jugo Pro, The Gaming Neutron, Video Bird 300, FBI. Well, the FBI are watching. And Slapfish Jr. I hope you appreciated that savage audit. Dan, couple of shout-outs.
Yes. Also, don't promote your channels in the Discord. It's not allowed. So we have Clan with No Plan, Aurora Rose, FBI, Lab Nation, Mafia's Finest TV, Budget Equestrian, love that name, Tennis Ace, The Gamer TV, Hugo Jugo Pro.
And Travis, a couple more if you're actually back.
FBI was in the chat. Appreciate
Again.
you. FBI.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I know. I saw that the Rick Roll guy was in there. Rick Astley official was in there. Not the real one though. Night Court Adam, and let's go with I'll say Generic Waffle. Thank you for putting yourself out there earlier.
Folks, we are never gonna give up on your channels. We will continue to audit them every single Tuesday. And I will end with this, as always. Time is the most important currency on YouTube. And you just spent over 120 minutes with us here on what I think is probably the best channel audit stream we've ever done. And we hope that you take that value and share it with your audience. But it is now time to say goodbye. I am on vacation next week. I'm going on Hawaii. Savage has pushed me to that. But Dan and Travis will hopefully be here next week. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your video making days, and we'll see you very, very soon. Awkward waving.